Tonight, Army of Volunteers combat dengue outbreak. Tourism's top performers rewarded for achievements. And Fiji national in the running for Solomon's Police Commissioner's job. Good evening, but first tonight the Nandi Weather Office is monitoring a trough of low pressure likely to affect most parts of the country in the coming days. According to a government statement, weather patterns indicate a low pressure moving slowly towards the country, likely to intensify by Tuesday evening next week. This low pressure is likely to bring a high volume of rainfall and produce strong winds. In light of this, authorities are encouraging members of the public to make use of current fine weather conditions to make the necessary preparations. The public is also strongly advised to monitor weather reports and advisories in the coming days. Several suburbs on the outskirts of the capital city awoke to an army of volunteers outside their homes today. This was part of a major drive by health authorities to try and curb the rising number of dengue cases. Enlisting the help of corrections officers along with private input, hundreds of volunteers helped residents get rid of potential mosquito breeding places.
It's a community outreach with a difference, and one that may just help save lives as these FMF and correction officers try and nip a major dengue problem in the bud.
It's a simple saying, prevention is better than cure, so we are doing the prevention part. As you can see, there are a lot of people around here. The small children are, even the small kids are here. So we would like to thank them, and we hope that this campaign will be successful.
Targeting specific urban areas, this initiative aims to reduce the dengue outbreak. There is also acknowledgement that this could have had a bigger impact if attempted much earlier. But as they say, better late than never, with every pair of hands welcomed.
This initiative should have started something like last year, so that this thing should not have spread so quickly. So we'd like to educate the community, like please keep your compounds clean. So if we keep our compounds clean, everybody will help prevent the spread of dengue.
It should be done a long time before the thing spread out. Causing the death of all those people who pass away. We're very sorry for their family and everybody, and we hope maybe next year we'll try to do the best to prevent those kind of thing of this campaign.
This was in Kinoyo early this morning, with teams spread across different streets clearing any rubbish that may serve as breeding grounds for mosquitoes. Residents also responding well to the initiative.
We are very proud of those who are helping us from Protection Services and Health Department. So we are very proud to come here and clean up those things that to stop the breeding place for mosquitoes that cause the dengue.
So far, there have been over 2,600 cases of dengue reported across the country. The public urged to help in activities such as this if they want the statistic to go down. Reviver for all, Fiji One News.
The tourism industry's most important calendar event was held in Nandi last night. Several resorts and tourism service providers were awarded top honours in the various categories. Rajna Nath was there and she filed this story.
Over 400 guests, including heads of all major resorts, tour operators and tourism service providers, were present at the Aeon Tourism Awards last night. Recognizing excellence in service delivery, the Tourism Awards is an opportunity to bring together the who's who in the tourism industry under one roof every year. Government also paying tribute to the sector's efforts and putting into context their contribution to our overall GDP.
The latest figures show that the tourism industry in 2012 contributed 35.8% towards our GDP. That is $2.5 billion. These are the figures by the World Travel and Tourism Council. In 2013, it contributed 37.8%, or $2.6 billion towards our economy.
Several tourism service providers scooped the major awards in various categories, from tourism sustainability to service and support, back of house, and of course, the Fiji experience. Even individuals were recognized for their contribution, with the Intercontinental Resort taking out the Frontliner of the Year award.
It's an honor and privilege for me to be in the final and to be won. So I'm so excited, and it's a good contribution.
The accommodation awards were divided into 5 categories, from budget right across to luxury accommodation. And the Royal Lavui Resort scooped the most luxurious accommodation award.
All of the resorts are so unique, it's so very different, and all of them have different experiences. And really, I feel it's more our experience that we give to our guests. It's such a unique Fijian aspect. 90% of our staff come from the nearby villages, so it's a true, authentic Fijian experience.
Organisers of the event handed out the prestigious Visionary Award to Jeffrey Shaw for his 40-odd years of service to the industry.
It's been a privilege to develop 2 resorts, bring them to a sense of prominence that they both enjoy internationally, which I'm so proud of.
Rachana Nath, Fiji One News.
A small but growing group of young climate enthusiasts have undergone specialist climate change training. This past week, 12 young people underwent the 350 Pacific's Climate Warrior training. This was held at the Center for Appropriate Technology and Development in Andave, Tailevu. The group is made up of 10 locals as well as 2 participants from Nauru. It was a chance for the group to improve their leadership skills, increase their knowledge on climate change impacts in the Pacific, and identify strategies to effectively carry out the work of 350.org in mobilizing more young people in the global climate movement. 350 coordinator George Nadewa says they're proud to be part of a movement that aims to build the capacity for Pacific youth to take leadership in addressing climate change both locally and globally. A senior Fiji police officer is amongst the shortlisted candidates vying for the Solomon Islands position of police commissioner. Reports out of the Solomons so far indicate that at least 5 out of the 7 candidates have now been shortlisted. Local Solomon Islanders also vying for the post include the current acting commissioner Janita Matanga, as well as Deputy Commissioner Walter Kola, along with the Guadalcanal Provincial Commander David Diosi. An Australian national has also been shortlisted. Shortlisted candidates will be interviewed over the coming weeks. Still ahead, work on the country's first iron ore export takes shape. And Ukraine on the brink of civil war. The first of the iron sand resources from the Bar Delta is expected to be exported out of the country soon. The Mineral Resources Department has also confirmed that work on Amex Resources Limited's multi-million-dollar port in Lautoka will also start next month.
3 years after they were awarded a special mining lease to extract iron sand from the mouth of the Mbar River, the Amex Resources Limited will build a major bulk commodity shipping port in Lautoka next month. Director of Mineral Resources Malkai Finau has confirmed the logistical base will act as a stockpiling area for iron sand for final treatment and export.
There is quite a lot of advanced projects that we have at the moment. There is the iron sand mining project in Mbar, and they are about to start their construction phase. It's scheduled for groundbreaking ceremony in about the first or second week of March, in which they will start their construction of their stockpile site at the Lautoka Wharf.
Plans are also in the pipeline for feasibility study to be carried out at the Singatoka River. Drilling works will be carried out to test for iron sand.
Some other advanced projects include the drilling of iron sands as well in the Singatoka River by a company known as Mega Mines. And then, that's about the 3 major advanced projects that we have at the moment.
But the Mineral Resource Department already know what exactly they have to do in order to attract investors this year.
And then there's the Tuvatu mining lease application. They've applied to be granted a mining lease, and we are assessing that at the moment. Some approvals have been given.
The iron sand project covers more than 132 square kilometers of the Mbar River mouth. Ndrobu Kailangi, Fiji One News.
It was a lucky escape for pedestrians as well as a bus driver today. This accident happened at Suva's McGregor Road. Eyewitnesses say the bus lost control and veered across the road before slamming into a wall. Fortunately, no one was seriously injured. The bus was on its way toward the city. Yesterday, the women wing of the Social Democratic Liberal Party, SODELPA, had a meeting to hear issues faced by their women members. The called meeting was a chance for the women of SODELPA to voice their views, concerns and issues directly with their party executives. Namarama Rokutuin Reketi Rote Mumu Kepa assured the women members that their issues are well received and will be looked at. Rote Mumu told women members that while their party platforms has not been finalized yet, pocket meetings such as this are necessary to gauge their views. The Sky Pacific Suva Roadshow this morning proved to be a hit. Members of the public took advantage of the specials on offer. Sky Manager Business Operations Uraya Tuitini says today's roadshow is part of a series of nationwide roadshows. He says this is also aimed at making high-quality television entertainment more affordable for everyone.
Our vision is to be in every home in Fiji. So, by the looks of it, we've seen a lot of people coming. We're giving the $50 price today, only for today in Suva. From the morning till now, I think we go over 200 plus.
The Sky Pacific Roadshow will head back to the West next week. For one new customer, today was about realizing a long-time dream for her family.
We've got 10 grandchildren at home, so it won't be hard for them to come home after school and stay home and watch their programs, so they won't be running out in the hot sun.
Fear of an all-out war in Ukraine is rising after the deadliest days of violence yet. Running gun battles continued as police opened fire on mostly unarmed protesters. Almost 70 people were killed in clashes.
The first sign of Kiev's descent into insanity this morning was police officers being loaded into ambulances. It's not clear what had injured them, possibly gunshots. But very soon afterwards, we could see armed police retreating from their front line in the main square. Then, carnage. Police shooting as protesters ran up the hill towards them. Having abandoned their positions, they seemed to be firing at will. We watched as protesters advanced straight into the line of fire. A few had weapons, but most were armed only with makeshift shields. They were gunned down mercilessly. Even those trying to rescue their comrades weren't safe. The death toll is still being counted, but in our hotel, which became a makeshift hospital run by volunteer doctors, 13 bodies were brought into reception.
They were killed by very high professionals. The bullets come directly to heart, to neck, to lungs. We just were doing emergency, but we have no chance to save their life.
The shooting continued for about 2 hours, and then the police were gone, leaving only a few snipers in place. Near Parliament, officers were in retreat too. Slowly, the protesters regained all the territory they lost earlier this week. The demonstrators even took several dozen police officers as prisoners. The crowd in Independence Square is now much angrier and much more militant than it was only a few weeks ago.
We don't have guns, but if we had guns, we would use them.
Peaceful protesters have slowly turned into nationalist revolutionaries. Now so much blood has been spilt, the divisions in Ukraine are becoming unbridgeable.
Coming up in sports, crowning moment for our top sports achievers. And Crusaders kick themselves out of season opener.